So hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and this time I'm actually going to Turkey. I'm at Chennai International Airport and I've passed immigration and security check, and I'm actually flying Emirates and I'm really early for my flight, and I'm taking a flight from Chennai to Dubai and Dubai to Turkey, and it's actually my first time flying Emirates too.
My dad got me in the lounge and I'm enjoying the food, and I just got a fresh podi dosa, and it's actually my first time in the lounge and it's really good. So I've now come to Dubai airport after a long 4.5 hour flight. It was actually delayed by half an hour, and now I'm going to be taking the next connecting flight to Istanbul, which is at 10:40 current time in Dubai, and I'll see you guys in Istanbul airport. So I've now come to Istanbul airport and it's a cool 18 degrees Celsius, and I really enjoyed the Emirates flight, which is actually an Airbus A380, and it had 2 floors, and I'll see you guys at my room tour of the Airbnb I'm going to be staying in Istanbul. So this is the Airbnb I'm going to be staying in Istanbul. This is the first bedroom, and it has a great view of the Galata Tower. And then if we take this right here, this is the TV room, which also has an even better view of the tower, and it has a TV with Netflix. So this is the corridor, and here is the small room for me to stay in.
So after a long night's Turkish Hammam bath yesterday and a good night's sleep, today I'm going to be fully doing sightseeing with a guided tour, and it's actually been raining and the weather is very funny, and I've seen a lot of cats in Istanbul so far and they're really cute. And right now I've come to the palace where 2 days ago Zelensky and Putin met to talk about political matters and an agreement to get ceasefire of the war. This is the palace entrance behind me. The outer part of the garden of the Dolma Bache Palace. Many of the Turkish sultans stayed here, and it's a mix of European and Asian culture, and it's very luxurious, and the sultans were very rich. And I didn't take photos. I didn't take video inside because they didn't allow. I've taken some photos. I'll add it to the video, and I'll see you guys at the next sightseeing spot. This is the sea behind me. So a part of Turkey is in Europe and the other part in Asia. That side is the European part of Turkey and this is the Asian part. And if we go straight down, it will take us to the Black Sea on that side, and it is the Constantinople of Turkey. This is one of the many cats that I saw in Turkey. So these are the sights at the spice market in Istanbul. So I'm now come on the Bosphorus cruise and I'm sitting in the upper deck. It's very windy and the water is very choppy, but it's amazing. And we even picked up lunch and we just finished eating. And this is the view of the ocean. So this is the view of the Dolma Bache Palace from the cruise. This is another mosque we saw in the spice market.
So I'm now in Taksim Square, and tonight there's actually a football game between Galatasaray, which is a Turkish football club, and Kayserispor, and it's actually a very important match. So there are a lot of fans walking on the roads going to the stadium. It's full of jerseys and football, and it's a football fever. These are the Galatasaray fans behind me. Behind me is the snake column, which was believed to have the head of Medusa on it, but it was somehow broken off. And on that side is another rock column, which was brought from Constantinople. And on that side is an obelisk which has Egyptian hieroglyphics on it and was brought by the Turks from Egypt. I'm now walking down the Turkish bazaar, and it was there since the 14th century, and I'm planning to buy quite a few things like football jerseys. So before the bazaar, I went to the Topkapi Palace, and I also went to the Hagia Sophia Mosque, which is also part church and part mosque, and I will add photos of it. I didn't film in there. And now I've come to Istanbul airport because I'm actually taking a flight at 8 o'clock in the night to Cappadocia. And the Istanbul airport is really cool. It has a great ambience and even a game port with like fun games like the PS5. And I passed security check, and I'll see you guys in
So
Cappadocia.
I've now arrived at Cappadocia airport. So at the beginning I actually didn't have anything to download and I was very sad thinking I'd be bored on the flight. And once I boarded I was extremely excited because I saw that it had an in-flight entertainment system. So I never knew that Turkish Airlines actually had that. And to be honest, the food was really good. They gave us a sandwich and water. And they also they gave us ayran, which is actually buttermilk. That's what buttermilk is called in Turkey. And I'm actually going to be staying in a cave hotel, and I'll see you guys in the room. Come to a stay in Cappadocia, which is a hotel called KL Konak. It's actually a cave hotel, and it's really cool. I'll do my room tour tomorrow, guys. And yesterday we slept very late and now it's 4:30 a.m. in the morning, and we're going to be taking the hot air balloon ride, and we're waiting for our vehicle to come. And there's a great view behind me.
Yo sé morir así, no fue vivir un despertar, lo sé, ahora sí, no estás ahí.
Now in a tunnel in the underground city, which was built long back to keep the Turkish people safe from the Roman invasions. And it was also kept as a bunker. This was actually the meeting room, and this is another passage. So I have now come to Pigeon Valley, and these are some of the pigeons. This is a really good view of the valley, and that is the castle, and right there is our hotel just next to the castle. And so I've now come to Red Valley, which or also called the Rose Valley, and it's called so because all these rocks are actually in red color, and this is because of the oxidation of the rocks. So the Turkish flag up there is actually Uchisar Castle, and behind it is our hotel, and these are the structures where the people used to live. I'm now leaving our Cappadocia hotel, and it was a very memorable experience, and I'm really going to miss the 8 cats and 2 dogs, and the rest of the day I'm just going to do sightseeing and directly going to the airport because we're catching a flight tonight to Antalya, and I'll see you guys at the first sightseeing spot. And this is the great view that I'll be seeing for the last time. So I've now come to the Goreme Open Air Museum, and it consists of churches and chapels. We are not allowed to take photos or videos inside, and it has beautiful murals or paintings or mosaics depicting the life of Jesus Christ. And this is the great view behind me. I've now come to Monk Valley, and there used to be Christian hermits who lived in all of these rocks, and the top part of the rocks have thinned out due to erosion, and we're allowed to go inside one of the houses, and I'll add photos from it. So I've now come to Imagination Valley, and the whole point about this valley is to imagine how these rocks are shaped. So for example, you can take this as a camel, and that one as a snail, and so on. So I have now come to Kesari Airport, which is one of the airports in Cappadocia. The other one is Cappadocia Airport. And I didn't take a flight to Antalya from there because there isn't any flights to which goes to Antalya from there. Anyways, so I'm going to be taking a flight to Antalya. I'm flying Pegasus Airways at 7 o'clock is the flight leaves. And I'm going to be doing scuba diving tomorrow morning in Antalya. And I'll see you guys in Antalya Airport.
So I've now come to their man-made reef, and I just finished scuba diving, and I'll send you guys the videos. I did a shore dive here, and now I'm gonna be going to the heated pool, and then I'm gonna do a room tour. And until then, guys, this is the view of the reef below me, and it's really beautiful. And those are the mountains. This is the view of the house reef in the hotel I stayed in Antalya called Accra Hotel. These are the dolphins showing off their really cool stunts in the dolphin and seal show I went to. It was really fun. So now these are pictures of me swimming with the dolphins, and I really enjoyed them and they were really cute. This is me and my dad after we enjoyed playing paddle at the paddle court in my hotel. And finally, this is our hotel. I have now come to a Turkish house which has been converted into a small museum. These are the dresses worn by the people earlier in Antalya, and this is their lifestyle.
So I cycled 7 kilometers from my hotel to see the Duden waterfall, the lower Duden waterfall, and it's a waterfall that connects to the ocean, and it's very unique. And this is it roaring behind me. So I cycled 7 kilometers from my hotel to see the Duden waterfall, the lower Duden waterfall, and it's a waterfall that connects to the ocean, and it's very unique. And this is it roaring behind me. So after an amazing 3-night stay in Antalya with Accra hotels, I am now sadly checking out, and I really enjoyed going scuba diving, cycling, and going to Old Town in Antalya. So I'm basically going to be taking a flight from Antalya to Istanbul, then Istanbul to Dubai with Emirates, and Dubai to Chennai again with Emirates. And from Antalya to Istanbul, I'm going to be flying Turkish Airlines, and I really enjoyed this trip.
So this is the end of my video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to like, share and subscribe.